It's steamy.
That's how we do it.
I will leave a Rasta. I thought about Rasta will rule the world. What kind of craziness is that? Sound like Christian, sound like Islam. Greeting. No, this is going to really touch some people a different way. And we understand how we're going to touch them. You know, culture is the highest discipline that you can find. Culture. Culture gives rise to political ideas. Culture gives rise to religion. And many other things that culture gives rise to. Now, a culture rise up in Jamaica, and the culture is Rastafari. Rastafari has been able to weave through the craziness in this system here, and would have said come out on top. The problem with it is that a whole heap of Rasta I talk about Rasta will rule the world. What kind of craziness is that? Sound like Christian, sound like Islam. Rasta will rule the world. Rasta never start out as a force to control people based upon a Rasta belief system. Rastafari start out as a liberation force for African people, for black people. Leonard Howell say, we must no longer worship the King of England. We have our own King, Emperor Haile Selassie I. It is a system against white supremacy and racism. Now we see a whole heap of people reading Bible and trying to tell people, say, Rasta rule the world. Rasta rule which world? Rasta don't rule the world. And it wasn't intended to rule the world. It was intended to liberate African people's mind from the problem that we find ourselves in, both politically, socially, and religiously. And even though we hear all the Rasta tell you, say, Rasta is not a religion. If you hear how them talk, if you hear how them speak, it is all religious. It is all religious. When people start to tell you about the other people, them are heathen and pagan, and Babylon this and Babylon that, it come out a kind of religion, religious belief, that most people and most Rasta don't want to claim. We know that Rastafari never started out as a religion. When Leonard Howell was speaking about liberation, in 1930 when Haile Selassie crowned, him declared that this is our savior, this is our king. This is the man now who is going to wake us out of the sleep and slumber that we find ourselves in. So when you hear Rasta talk about now, say, Rasta rule the world. What part of the world Rasta rule? Why is it one religion can't surface the whole world? Because its culture bring religion. When you're in Africa and you go in a certain place in Africa, hundreds of religions there. None of them is equal to the next. There's 14 million gods in India, and every one of them is working according to them cultural expression. Same way when you're going to Australia, same way you come to Santeria in Cuba, Voodoo in Haiti, Obia in Jamaica, all of these cultural expressions define themselves through liberation. So it's not about expressing yourself through a religious belief. It's expressing yourself through a liberation belief. a system where it tells you that we have gone through so much over the years. We need something to help us to push forward. And we as Rastafari use Rastafari to help us to push forward, not to go rule people. Not to rule people. Rastafari never started out to rule nobody. Rastafari started out to understand self as African people. Rastafari need that enlightenment to propel themselves out of this madness that is taking place in the system. So we have to wake up to that reality. Rastafari is a liberation force for Africa.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, walk good.